Grin. Can you define this word? At the end, a question for you. 10 words from Chapter 6 of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Let's learn them. Here's how the vocabulary in Chapter 6 breaks down by level. Grin. A facial expression characterized by turning up the corners of the mouth, usually shows pleasure or amusement.
The only things in the kitchen that did not sneeze were the cook and a large cat which was sitting on the hearth and grinning from ear to ear.
Sneeze. A symptom consisting of the involuntary expulsion of air from the nose.
There's certainly too much pepper in that soup, Alice said to herself, as well as she could for sneezing.
Grunt. The short, low, gruff noise of the kind made by hogs.
If I don't take this child away with me, thought Alice, they're sure to kill it in a day or two. Wouldn't it be murder to leave it behind? She said the last words out loud, and the little thing grunted in reply. It had left off sneezing by this time.
Timidly. In a shy or timid or bashful manner.
Alice went timidly up to the door and knocked.
Growl. The sound of growling, as made by animals.
If everybody minded their own business, the Duchess said in a hoarse growl, the world would go round a deal faster than it does. Which would not be an advantage, said Alice, who felt very glad to get an opportunity of showing off a little of her knowledge.
Soup. Liquid food, especially of meat or fish or vegetable stock, often containing pieces of solid food.
The door led right into a large kitchen, which was full of smoke from one end to the other. The Duchess was sitting on a three-legged stool in the middle, nursing a baby. The cook was leaning over the fire, stirring a large cauldron which seemed to be full of soup.
Footman. A man employed as a servant in a large establishment, as a palace, to run errands and do chores.
It was opened by another footman in livery, with a round face and large eyes like a frog, and both footmen, Alice noticed, had powdered hair that curled all over their heads.
Carroll. A round shape formed by a series of concentric circles, as formed by leaves or flower petals.
It was opened by another footman in livery, with a round face and large eyes like a frog, and both footmen, Alice noticed, had powdered hair that curled all over their heads.
Solemn. Dignified and somber in manner or character, and committed to keeping promises.
The fish footman began by producing from under his arm a great letter, nearly as large as himself, and this he handed over to the other, saying in a solemn tone, "For the Duchess."
Invitation. A request, spoken or written, to participate or be present or take part in something.
An invitation from the Queen to play croquet. The frog footman repeated in the same solemn tone, only changing the order of the words a little, from the Queen.
Quiz 1. Which word means a facial expression characterized by turning up the corners of the mouth? A grin. B. Sneeze. C. Grunt. D. Timidly. Drop your answer in the comments. The answer is a grin. Quiz 2. Which word means a symptom consisting of the involuntary expulsion of air from the nose? A grunt. B. Sneeze. C. Timidly. D. Growl. Drop your answer in the comments. The answer is B. Sneeze. Quiz 3. Which word means the short, low, gruff noise of the kind made by hogs? A. Timidly. B. Growl. C. Grunt. D. Soup. Drop your answer in the comments. The answer is C. Grunt. That's one more word from the classics. See you tomorrow. Read Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, every word explained, at Verbault.com. Subscribe for a word a day, and like if it helped.